This is a Sabras On Demand feature from Drivetime with Raj Baddhan. Follow on Twitter @Raj Baddhan, Instagram and Facebook.
It is taken from the film Ramaya Vastavaya Gine Lagahu here on Drivetime. So, your Monday evening, how's it going? You alright? I know there's a lot of excited fans that are waiting for a very special of us that is joining me here on Drivetime now.
Star Drive with Raj Baddhan on Drivetime.
If you watch Ekta Raja Ekti Rani on ZTV, you know exactly who I'm talking about. I have finally got him here on Drivetime. I'm talking about Siddhant Karnick, who joins me here live. Hi, Siddhant.
Hey, Raj.
Hello, how are you?
Fantastic.
Oh, I know you finished late today. How was your working day today?
Pretty good, actually. Usually it's quite stressful, but this time, today I got called in a little late. And so I tried to do a bit of shopping, and quick shopping that I tried to do, I remember that I forgot my wallet back home, so I just window shopping.
Oh, dear.
So that's how my day started off.
Oh, so then can I just say, it is brilliant having you here on the show, because I have been trying for a few months. I know Ekta Raja Ekti Rani started about 9 months ago now, and finally I'm getting to speak to you. So thank you very much for coming on my show.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry for the delay. Back in 1942, telecommunication was a little hard, so... but I'm glad. Der par durust.
Der ay durust ay, that's the one, yeah. So like I said, it's been about 9 months since the show started. How's the journey been for you on Ekta Raja Ekti Rani?
Well, 9 months is reminiscent of a baby, and it has been a baby for me. ETR has been quite something. It's been a fantastic break of sorts. And actually, it was the invention of the beard. The beard brought about another kind of revolution for me. So I'm quite happy and honored and blessed to be part of the project. And the adulation I'm getting for it is fantastic. So I'm quite humbled.
You are, I know, because even when I announced the interview on my Twitter and on my Facebook, people went crazy. There's quite a few Chanivali of yours up and down the country and also around the world.
Yeah, well, surprise. I think my mum will be proud of that. Finally.
There's a lot of people that are proud of your work, because you're playing such a brilliant character on the show. First of all, let's talk about the character that you're playing and how it shaped up over the last 9 months. Has it been exactly what you expected the show to be and your character how it was going to be?
Not at all. And actually, I was prepared for that because in television over here, narratives are written every week based on the ratings.
Yeah.
So I knew that what we're going to begin with is not going to be what it's going to be 3 months, 6 months, 9 months down the line. Mm-hmm. So I was prepared for the unpredictability, but the good thing about that is I get to be very versatile with the character. Mm-hmm. Right now, Ranaji is on in a bit of a negative shade, and I love playing negative.
Yeah.
So it's wonderful to be experimenting on television, to be playing three-dimensional characters, because otherwise it's always just the good man or the good boy in that throughout.
True. So then, I mean, as you mentioned, TRPs do make and break the show, actually, and there's been a lot of rumours about the show going off air, etc., and we kind of denied these rumours before because it isn't going to go off air, but there's loads of kind of twists and lots of new storylines that are being introduced to the show. How does that make you feel as an actor when you getting reports through about the show going off air and you're going to be going through this kind of change in your storyline? What goes through your head?
I leave the entire rating business to the people who are on the top. There's a reason they're over there. They're far more intelligent than I am, and unnecessarily I don't want to stress myself with ratings which is beyond my control. But my job as an actor is to go and do my best that I can, and that's what I do. And it's good in a way. It always keeps us on our toes. We don't get complacent. And we're performing our best all the time. So in a way, look at the silver lining over there.
Yeah, true. And playing Ranaji's character, I mean, you played, like I said, you mentioned as well, you played quite a few different kind of shades. What's been the most kind of challenging part for you playing the character?
Being surrounded by such beautiful women. And not being able to do anything about it.
Well, we've got to talk about Drashti as well, of course, your co-star in the show.
Right.
How's it been working with her?
Oh, wonderful. Yeah. I think she's the right kind of mix of professionalism, stardom, and madness altogether. So we just have a good time on set. Keep it alive, keep it rocking. So it's nice, it's wonderful.
And before you joined the show, before you signed for the show, did you realize how popular Drashti was? on Indian television?
I had heard of it, but it's only later on that I realized what a huge fan following she has. And one would presume that she would be up in the air, but the girl has no tantrums, no qualms about herself, and it's just lovely. It doesn't feel like you're with a star.
Yeah.
It feels like you're with another actor who's willing to give it the scene her all and give you her all as well as actor reacting. So very blessed to have her as a co-star.
So then going back to the challenging part, so what would you say? I mean, realistically, what is the challenging part for you playing the role of Rani ji?
The challenging part, I think, would be the variety of it again. There's not a day which goes by where I'm not doing anything new. Whether that's horse riding or driving vintage cars or screaming at the top of my lungs or sword fighting, spear fightings, crying scenes, melodramatic scenes, jumping into canals, saving my wife, getting married 3 times. The list just goes on.
And this just in the 9 months. So imagine what's going to happen over the next 9 months.
Exactly. So that way it's quite a fast-paced show compared to what usually TV is all about, which is why, again, I feel quite fortunate.
Okay, and let's talk about the storylines. I mean, what has been kind of your favourite part of the show? Which has been the part of the show that you thought, hang on, this stands out for me while being in the show?
That's a tricky one. There are a couple of them. Obviously, the marriages are something which always brings in a lot of attention and ratings. But for me personally, I think it's all the outdoor adventure stuff that I get to do. Riding horses, jumping into lakes and plains. I think.
Oh dear, I think we've got some gremlins in the system here. Hold on a sec. Siddhant, can you hear me? I think Siddhant was driving around as well. I think that's what's causing a few network issues. Let's try that again. Siddhant, can you hear me? Oh no, I think that has gone now. So what I'll do is I'm going to have to take a short break and I'll be back in a moment and then I'll reconnect with Siddhant while I'm on my break. तो मिलते हैं इस break के बाद कहीं मत जाना.
Drive Time is brought to you by The Major, Leicester's leading...
They're back. Right, 4:45. We're going to cross back live to Siddhant, who should be on the line. Hang on. Right, let's reconnect with Siddhant. Siddhant, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Much better. Right, so then, sorry, before you cut off, you were telling us about the particular storylines that kind of stood out for you. And you're telling us about the, of course, the marriage storyline, which, of course, brought in huge ratings for the show. What else would you say?
Right. Which we started off with, where we were bringing in historical events to take the narrative forward.
Yeah.
Part about the Lagan and the water tax, which the British had brought in. And we were using those historical facts to take the narrative forward. But for some reason, that didn't catch on with the audiences, and now we're down to Badi Rani Ma in the show, playing her sazishe all over the place. So I think I would have preferred had it gone to a little more historic, the narrative, but you never know. It's only 9 months, and we don't know where the next 9 months can take us.
True.
So I'm going to be hopeful.
Okay. So then, also, I mean, you did touch upon the fact that obviously whatever happens on the show depends on ratings, and also kind of audience feedback. How much do you, as an actor, have inputs in the show as well? Do you particularly, have regular conversations with the producer of the show and say, maybe the show should be going in this direction instead of this, or maybe my character should be like this instead of that?
No, I personally don't, meddle in their affairs. These people have been making television before I was born. They're experts in their own right, and they know what's best for the show. Mm-hmm. So I'd rather not get involved personally in the narrative side. I just do what I'm asked to do. I think I'd like to keep things simple. So I don't really contribute much, and I think it's just
all right.
That works for us, I guess.
Good, yeah. So then let's go to some of the questions from the fans that have come in, and there's quite a few here. Yeah. So there's one here from Sandhya Maharaj who wants to know, what's on your bucket list? What would you say
is on my bucket list?
Yes.
Is it after the show or right now during the show?
Whenever. Just say now, for instance, now.
Now, I want to binge eat. I want to eat like there's no tomorrow. I want to have a 7-course meal and then have another 4 after that. I want to just eat. I love eating and I miss overstuffing myself.
So then what do you like eating? What's your favourite?
My favourite is a family recipe that is passed down. It's called bombil fry, and it's called. We have a Sundays which is called the B&B Day, which is bombil and beer day, where all we have is fried fish and beer, and I love that. I can't really indulge much in it because of the show, but again, that's on the bucket list.
Oh, okay. And you did mention that you went shopping earlier before I called you. What do you like shopping? When do you like? What do you like? What do you like kind of shopping for when you're out and about?
My shopping is sports-based. I'm quite involved in sports, so it's buying sports gear. But mostly I go gaga shopping over motorcycle gear. My passion is motorcycles and anything related with that. So whether that be buying helmets or a new bike altogether, that is my shopping.
Nish from Leicester is a big fan of yours, and she loves watching you on Ek Tha Raja Ek Thi Rani. She said, how similar are you to Ranaji's character?
Pretty similar. I wouldn't take that away. I'm apart from I am chivalrous. I try to be chivalrous, or I've been accused of being chivalrous every now and again. Mannerisms and everything, and that thing I give credit to my army background for that. Taught that at a very young age, and I brought a lot of that to Ranaji. How dissimilar I am is having married thrice. I don't have 3 wives, and I don't ever intend to have 3 wives at the same time, or 2 at the same time. I see how much trouble one can get into. Stay away from that.
Yeah. So then there's a question from Monica who wants to know, which countries have you visited that are your favourites, and which country would you like to visit that you haven't visited yet?
Right up there is Britain, Great Britain, and London. I really loved London. I had a wonderful time watching Broadway plays over there. And amongst that, Spain and Canada too have been right up there in favourites.
Wow. How often do you come to London, by the way?
Oh, I've just been there twice so far. So not often enough.
There's a question from Afshan who wants to know actually no, we've already asked that. Kalyani Veda wants to ask, what place would you like to have a biking adventure in?
What place?
Yeah, what place?
Okay, so one of the things I've promised myself is right after the show, I'm going to take 3 months off where I'm going to be riding my bike from west coast to east coast of India.
Wow.
Towards Bhutan, and then from Bhutan carry on to Laos, China, then go on to Bangkok, Cambodia, and come back. And all this in 3 months. So that's the tour I want to be on, and I'm going to be on after the show's over.
Wow. So yeah, I mean, exactly when would you do it? That'll be when the show is over, and there's no plans of the show going off air anytime soon, so you're going to have to wait some time for that. So a bit of training I think you could do in the meantime, can't you?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
I said you could do some training in between, can't you, until the show continues, because you can't do the bike, what you want to do, the adventure, not share any time, because the show's still on air.
Correct. The training also there's no time for that, because all I'm doing now is shooting. And that's about it. That's my life right now. So I'm concentrating on that and saving up for fuel money for later on.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm going to need a lot of that.
Do you get time to watch movies? I mean, when you're not working, that time when you're not doing anything?
I'm sorry, Raj, you're breaking. Could you repeat that, please?
Can you hear me now? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So then, do you get time to watch movies when you're not working?
No, I don't actually. I don't even get time to watch my own show, to be honest. So
wow.
It's not much time for anything else. I just come back, work out, have a good meal, and sleep. That's my schedule as of now.
Cool. Sorbia is asking, if you weren't an actor, what would you be?
An army officer.
Okay.
I was all set to join the army, and my father told me, look, why don't you just enjoy college life a little more, join the army later. He too was in the army, so I was trying to follow his steps, but college really, it showed me another kind of shooting altogether, one which you don't die in. And I said, hey man, this isn't too bad, let me just do this. That's how I found myself being an actor. Brilliant. I thought I thought I would take the path to least resistance in life, and just because I'm not a very hardworking guy. And I thought, hey man, acting seems pretty simple. Little did I know that I have to memorize scripts for the rest of my life.
You seem like such a kind of easygoing kind of guy. You want things to be a little bit easy, don't you? But I think no, you're not, because you are quite challenging as well, because you're with the army background. That must have been hard work.
It was more fun than hard work. I think having a lot of fun. hard work doesn't really figure in your vocabulary. Father always said, if you make your hobby your work, you'll never have to work a day in your life.
It is true, yeah.
And I am very fortunate to do exactly that.
Yeah. Gia is asking, what's your favorite pastime?
Riding a motorcycle. just riding around.
Okay, so...
sorry.
That's okay, Karen.
Yeah, every time it's a great getaway for me as well, because it can get very overwhelming in the city. So the day I have an off, I just get on the saddle and I get out of the city and I ride around. I don't have a destination as such. I just know I need to get back by this time. And it's wonderful because I get to explore different places, get to be with Mother Nature and really connect with myself as well. So it's a good grounding experience.
By the way, there's a message that's just come through on Twitter from Anjum. She's saying, Siddhant, you're so funny. So yeah, even I'm seeing the funny side to you as well. So there's a lot of people that are finding that funny.
Thank you, Anjum.
And there's Dhanushri who wants to know, who has been your greatest inspiration?
Who has been my... it's got to be my parents. It's got to be my father. Who's been a military man, and I've seen him through a lot of challenges in life. But I would say as much as it's my father, I think it's my mother as well, who has been with him through those challenges, taken him through, and that's what I really admire about them as a unit, and how they work together. The team effort which pulls them through all the challenges and obstacles. So the two of them as a team, they are my inspiration.
Oh. And Ranja is asking your most favourite moment, one romantic and one solo from the show.
Most favourite moment, Ranja. That's a good question. I think it would be when we were shooting in Bikaner, and we were on this old castle, and it was this commemoration ceremony that we were shooting, and all these NCC boys we'd hired who were actually playing my troops. This moment where they all saluted me, and the sun was setting, and we had the fort in the background, and I really felt how it would have felt to be a prince back in 1940s in the army, and have that kind of love, adulation, and respect by your soldiers. So to have experienced a glimpse of that was very special for me, and I really actually got very teary-eyed and emotional about it. It was quite a surreal experience for me, and I think that's again why I really love playing Ranaji, because there are these moments, where you actually get transported from reality into what you're playing, and I must commend the production house in keeping that sort of production value going on. It's every time I'm riding a horse in the wilderness, where we're doing any kind of action sequence, and I'm all dressed up, and I've got a gun on me, and I've got my sevaks and soldiers following me behind in their horses, and we as a convoy are galloping through the forest. It's very surreal. It's so easy to get transported and actually feel how it used to be those days. So I wouldn't credit any acting to me. I just think production puts me in such a wonderful space that I cannot not be Ranaji at that time.
Oh, that is sweet. So then, you know what? I haven't got much time because I've got 3 minutes to the news, but I'm going to quickly do something that I've not done before. So we are going to just do a quick phone call. I'm going to see if this works, all right? Because I've not tried it before. Hang on a sec. I need to get this kind of sorted out. Hang on. But so then, can I just thank you very much for coming on my show today? Because it has been a pleasure having someone as humorous as you here on my show. So thank you for that.
Raj, the pleasure's been all mine. Thank you so much. And I just want to thank everyone for listening in, tuning in. And thank you so much for loving the show, for making it what it is. Keep loving, keep watching, keep telling more people about it. Give us a chance. We will reward you with a lot more entertainment.
Oh. So then, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just ring someone here. I'm going to see if it connects. I think the line might not be as clear, but we'll give it a try, right? So let's see. It's ringing now. And this person doesn't know that we're ringing them, all right?
Ooh.
Let's just see. And let's hope that she picks up as well. Okay, so if your phone... Oh, dear. Okay, so that isn't going to happen. So then
she cut us off.
I think she did. I think she did. I think she did, and I got a feeling that I think she knows that it's us.
Oh yeah,
that's because she must be listening, and her phone might be ringing. That no, I'm not going to go on the radio to talk. But we did try. We did try. So I said then.
Can I send a message?
Of course you can. Please do. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. This is Anju Jahanji. She's been a well-wisher of mine for many years now, right from one of my first shows called Mahi Ved. She's also the admin for my fan club, and she does everything, all my social media. She handles, she does it voluntarily, she does it out of love for me, and I'm just so appreciative of what she's doing. I just wanted to thank her for all these many years that she's put in, because I'm not very computer savvy, so I don't get social networking as good. But she's the one who handles it. She just looks after everything. And I just wanted to give a big shout out publicly, just thanking you, Anju, for all the love, all the chappies, all the puppies, all the everything that you put up with. Thank you so much. And I'm truly grateful to know someone like you.
Wow.
So thank you, Anju. This is what I wanted to say.
That is a public declaration of love for such a big fan.
Yes.
So there you go for Anju. Anju, sorry, we did try calling you, but it didn't get through. But there you go. That's from Siddhant Karnick, who joined me here on Drive. Siddhant, can I just say thank you very much, and Poppy Japia back at you as well.
All right, Raj. Keep the love coming.
All right,
Cheers,
thank you. Take care, all right? And I'll speak to you soon.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
There you go. Siddhant Karnick
Bye-bye.
here on Dry Time, and you can listen back to that at subrishradio.com after 6 today.
12:60 a.m. Digital, online, mobile app. This
This is Subrus Radio.
16-year-old